Picket. Just amazing, you know, if you see Kerry, you know, people out there, I've lost track of the number, maybe 40 million people have voted early, an astounding number, and one of the things driving them is this sort of anger, and many of them are voting against the other candidate more so than they're voting for the person that they cast a ballot for.
Absolutely. And remember, even though we had this new sort of announcement coming from Comey, there's still a lot of people who are upset with still the original decision back in July, because they keep thinking, if I would have done the same thing, if my husband or if my boyfriend in the military did the same thing, they would be facing prison time.
Well, they would be. I mean, for the most part. Listen, I was in the Air Force, and I was in Minot, North Dakota, the missiles, and there was a guy who did the maintenance, and the elevator would have to take him down, and he didn't want to wait for the elevator, so his buddies dropped him with a rope. He fixed the screw. I think he got 6 years. I mean, so we see, you know, so this happens, right? I mean, it really does happen, and you're right, it's not going to, there are a lot of people who are just upset, and they think this is part and parcel of this big elitist sort of why they get away with everything. But do you think there are some undecideds out there who really don't pay attention to the news to the degree that you and I do, that it could help at all? Or it's a non-event at this point?
I think you have a lot of baked-in voters that no matter what, they're going to go for Trump or for Clinton. As far as the undecideds are concerned, they're going to have to be thinking about going forward. You have a lot of GOP investigations going into Clinton's life, and on top of that, when she starts making decisions about foreign countries and what the United States should do, people are going to be wondering, is that because a certain favor was put forward during the Clinton Foundation years? So that's going to be a big problem for her.
There will always be question marks over every action that she takes, and of course things like wanting the hemispheric, no borders, you know, melding our nation into other nations, bringing in unfeathered refugees and things like that. What about the American public, though? I mean, you do a lot. You go around. You were in the South Bronx today. So you get to know what people are really thinking. You come out of the ivory tower. There's so much anger, and there have been even talk of some modern-day civil war. I mean, is it that bad, you think?
Oh, I don't think we're getting to the point of a civil war.
We're not going to grab muskets.
Yeah,
we're not going to grab muskets, but there is enough anger out there that people have lost trust and confidence in the system.
I'll put it to you this way. The people who haven't been voting in the last few election cycles are coming out. You have people who have told me, specifically in the South Bronx, in a lot of the Italian neighborhoods, they're saying, I have not seen this type of excitement for Trump in so many years since Reagan. So even in the bluest of bluest areas, there are some sections that are really showing some.
The irony is my wife was up there visiting her father and her sister, the South Bronx, but in the Puerto Rican side, she says she's never seen that many people ready to go vote. And of course, you know, on the Puerto Rican side, they're not as excited about Donald Trump. But it just shows you the polarization, doesn't it?
Well, being Puerto Rican myself, I can tell you right now that while Puerto Ricans are likely to end up voting for Hillary Clinton, you don't see the kind of iconic support for her that we saw for Barack Obama. And if you think about it for a second, the whole historical aspect is being lost in the fray. You had the first black man running for the presidency. That was a big deal. You don't hear the first woman voting for, rather running for the presidency.
Many women are embarrassed by her, and of course we know why. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.